What he's going to do now, he said he's going into breeding. He was serious. That means he waited 4, 5, 6 years for a good horse to come along. What is Maryland? These men are pure Maryland to begin with. And Maryland itself is a small state of irregular shape, squashed like the meat in a sandwich between Philadelphia and Washington. But it's a place of pride and history whose heroes and heroines run an unlikely gamut. There was Francis Scott Key in Baltimore Harbor, writing in the early morning, "Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?" Maryland was the writer H.L. Mencken, puncturing the pomposity and pretentiousness of politicians and Puritans. It was Babe Ruth and Billie Holiday, Johnny Unitas, and Brooks Robinson. But through all the years, Maryland has been most consistently proud of a hero called the Thoroughbred. Native dancer of Sagamore Farm, lost only one race in his life, the Kentucky Derby. There was the heroic Maryland-owned Spectacular Bid, and the feuded Testimony, pride of the Boniface family of Bonita Farm, flying through the slop to win the Preakness. Today, there's Bob and Jane Meyerhoff's Broad Brush, winner of more than $2 million and still going strong. When Northern Dancer, the world's most famous sire, was retired last month at Winfield's farm, it was page 1 news in Maryland. It's an exciting state right now, on the move from the inner harbor, once an embarrassment, now a major tourist attraction, to the mountains of western Maryland, to the beaches of Ocean City on the eastern shore, to the white sails on Chesapeake Bay, and the crabs and oysters below that made that bay famous. This week, everything has been pure Maryland, like the mammoth party held Thursday night in the old roundhouse at the B&O Railroad Museum. The country's first railroad engine was built right there. When General Manager Chick Lang came to Pimlico to work for the Cohen family, attendance was about 28,000 at the Preakness. Today, it's well over 80,000 and growing. The new governor, William Donald Schaefer, put it this way recently.
So why don't we start this year? Why don't we start right now in making this not the same as a Kentucky Derby, better than the Kentucky Derby?
Yes, Maryland racing is blossoming, bigger than ever these days. A former international lawyer, Frank DeFrancis, and his partners, the Manfuso brothers, have attendance and handle on the rise at Pimlico and at Laurel. So it's a happy Preakness day in Maryland, a day of beauty, excitement, and pageantry, when Maryland, my Maryland, is home sweet home to the finest thoroughbreds in the land. And in the interest of objectivity, I guess I should point out that it's also my Maryland, because Margaret and I grew up here and we live here today. It also holds a special place in the career and in the heart of the man who will be riding the Kentucky Derby winner today. Jack Whitaker tells us about Chris McCarran.